Hey everybody, Nava Hopkins here with another episode of Learn With Optmyzr. Today we're actually going to do something a little bit interesting. We're going to talk about how to make sure that you're layering in Optmyzr as PPC Insurance within your accounts. Now, why are we starting off in Google if this is a Learn With Optmyzr episode? Well, we want to make sure that you're being really mindful about how you're thinking about your different campaign settings and that you're harnessing the power of Optmyzr to really protect your accounts, specifically with negatives. Now, as you can see, we are currently in the search terms report, and we can see that we have filtered for the search term free. Now, here's what's interesting. If I look at my account-wide negative list, I have the word free as a phrase match negative. This should, in theory, block that traffic, if the word free is in the query at all, from any of my campaigns. Yet we see that we have that coming up quite a bit in our campaign spend. Why is that happening? Well, what's really interesting is that if we look at our campaign level settings, there are no negatives aside from the two that were set. So what is this? Well, it seems like account level negatives aren't quite applying the way that they should. So let's take a look at how Optmyzr could help us mitigate all of that spend, because let's be honest, if you think that you've protected yourself, you're not going to be as rigorous in checking your campaigns. The first step is taking a look at our PPC Investigator. We want to see what's happening, how might our campaigns be impacted, things like that. Now, clicks is a good starting metric, but I actually like taking a look at conversions, and here's why. When we look at conversions, we're going to get a better sense of the quality of our traffic. Now, that word free was a negative because quality is probably going to be a problem. If something's looking for something for free, they're not going to be a good customer. And as we can see, we are seeing a decrease in conversions, and our conversion rate is in turn down. We're also seeing a decrease in cost per click, so that kind of follows the narrative. If our quality is going down, then it looks like we might have that issue. In addition, we're spending more on lower quality, so we're spending a little bit more. This is a great opportunity to take a look at how our rule engine might be able to protect us in thinking about our campaigns. So let's take a look at our adding non-converting search queries as negatives within our search campaigns. Now, part of the reason why this is so important is that this action within Rule Engine will let us, by clicking our button to edit, we can choose to change the match type of how it's added. So we typically are adding things as exact match negative to block that exact term. However, in certain cases, you may actually want to layer in broadened phrase. You also can make that choice to include in a report. The final thing that you may wish to consider is whether it's at the ad group level or whether it's at the campaign level. In most instances, you are going to want to do campaign level. However, if your campaigns are structured to really direct traffic based off of ways people search, ad group level negatives are likely your best bet. The final thing we did want to look through, let me just close this out, is looking at our traffic sculptor. Now, the reason why I want to spend a little bit of time talking about the traffic sculptor is sometimes you need ideas of which terms would make sense to remove as root negative terms. So in this particular instance, we see budget management EU. We see PPC management for small business, and how is that doing? PPC management for small business also under the account audit for EU. And it's getting interesting engagement, but it's not converting. Now, I know that this doesn't necessarily make sense to add, so I'm okay to leave it alone and to actually archive those selected terms. However, if I liked them, I could go ahead and add them as negatives. So all of this is to say, Optmyzr is a really powerful way to protect when maybe you think you did it within the ad platform, but it's just that extra layer of security. And again, if you did end up setting an account level negative and it didn't quite register, make sure that you document within your change history when you did that. And Optmyzr is a very powerful way to also help you with that in terms of checking that change history and how many changes were made, when they were made, what were the most popular ones, what was the impact. But you also can, of course, check that within the ad platform. Part of the reason that we wanted to focus on this particular adjustment is ad platforms and SaaS belong in partnership together. There are absolutely going to be things that you'll want to do within the ad platform, just like there are absolutely things that you'll want to do within Optmyzr. We hope that this session empowers you to feel comfortable taking charge of your account, layering in that insurance, while also being bold and brave in your campaign strategies. Thank you so much for investing a little bit of time. Have a great rest of your day. Take care, guys. Bye.